dealer in Southwest Missouri with Top Ag Services. We got two different studies. First study we're going to talk today about is the planting depth study. It was planted on April the 7th, and we're out here today looking at it on April the 27th. You have 6282 always on the left and 6274 always on the right. This is planted on top to 1/4 inch deep. You can see we don't have the greatest of emergence. If you dig in it, the seedlings are just trying to sprout. I think the cold weather that we've experienced between the time of planting and now has affected it pretty hard. We will look at it as summer goes on and see what we can figure out. Here we've got the two hybrids planted at 1 inch deep. Both of them seem to have merged weather well with great emergence and stands. Here we've got both hybrids planted at 2 inches. 6282 is a little bit ahead of 6274, but 6282 is a faster emerging hybrid. Here we've got both hybrids planted at 3 inches deep. You can see both of them's coming a little bit. 6282 appears to be just a tad bit ahead of 6274, but that's what we'd expect out of that hybrid. Now we're going to move on to the closing wheel study with the same hybrid, 6282 on the left and 6274 V2P on the right. First study you got here is open furrow study. We tied the closing wheels up. Both hybrids seem to have emerged rather well. Second one here, you've got the same two hybrids again with the closing wheels set at float. 6282 seems to emerge fine. Third study here, you've got the same two hybrids set at normal. 6282 seems to again have a good stand. The one thing I will say is when you got down and we set the closing wheels to normal setting, the uniformity of the stand and emergence seemed to be a lot better. And I will add that on 6274, it's planted at 2 inches on this study, and 6274 seems to be a little behind, but again, it's at 2 inches deep, so that's what we would expect. Last one here, we've got max downforce on the closing wheels. My takeaway on this is we seem to be better off with a little more pressure on the closing wheels than not enough. As far as the stand's a little better, a little more uniform on both hybrids as they emerge. I'd like to thank you for your time today watching this video. A few points I'd like to point out is April 7th when we planted this plot. We're out here today on April 27th, so it's been 20 days from the time this plot was planted. The day we planted it, it was around 68 degrees. I checked it earlier today before we started this video and it was 65. Things to consider though is it got down into the mid 30s to high 30s in the middle between time of planting and today. Hope you like this video and stay tuned throughout the summer as we will keep you updated on the outcomes of certain topics and have more topics to come.